Spanning the entirety of the museum's exhibition space, the triennial exhibit at Cooper Hewitt entitled Making Home occupies its full 17,000 square feet. With a range of installations that are meant to be experienced as much as seen, Making Home challenges and expands on the idea that's central to the human experience. It's a collaboration of 3 Cooper Hewitt co-curators.
Triennial and biennial exhibitions are intended to be contemporary surveys, right? Whether they're focused on art or design, they're trying to take the temperature of what's going on in the world and share the perspectives of artists and designers on these topics.
We really worked to not make it feel like a conventional museum exhibition. You're really meant to walk into a space and feel like you're stepping into a brand new world.
While Cooper Hewitt focuses on design, Making Home is not trying to reinvent the fork or plan the perfect kitchen. It's an interpretation of home that's more often figurative than it is literal. As an example, the piece Welcome to Territory, 3 capes crafted exquisitely from turkey feathers heroically hover overhead. Created by Lenape artist Joe Baker, the capes are traditional attire of the indigenous people who inhabited New York long before European settlers. While it's the first piece you see inside the museum, the first piece of the exhibition greets you curbside.
The exhibition begins outside on 91st Street with the 3 structures designed by Levon Bell. You'll see these structures with vernacular architecture, very intricate fretwork. I think the passerby will find them compelling and will probably want to say, I want to know about those, not just that, but what's happening inside of the space.
Halau Kukulu Hawaii represents an indigenous Hawaiian structure highlighting native lashing techniques which are used in place of metal fasteners. Unruly Subjects examines the Smithsonian as a home for Puerto Rican cultural heritage, displaying objects made from materials that have been integral to the archipelago's inhabitants for centuries. Elsewhere in the museum, an unexpected take on where home is comes from bio-artist Heather Dewey Hagborg.
Can our bodies have homes outside of our bodies? And she's explored the idea of homes for our DNA in biobanks and what happens when a blood sample or a tissue sample is taken at a routine doctor's visit. Where does that go? What happens to it? Do you have access to a part of your body that is living someplace else?
Unlike most art exhibits, which are limited to observation, the Making Home Triennial encourages participation, like here at the offering, where you can sit alongside the table and feel like you're part of the family.
It's almost like an altar. The table is set, laid out for families that may have been migrating from the south to the north in the Great Migration. It's supposed to be really a moment of respite. A moment to sit back and reflect on the ways people have sometimes taken objects like a cup or a photo or a Bible is in one of the cases, and what it has meant to be able to kind of bring a piece of home with you.
Also on display, so that you all won't forget, is composed of 250 pounds of dried tobacco leaves, the aroma of which overwhelms the viewer, making the exhibit as much about smell as it is about sight. To the left, the work includes a painted, quilted canvas by the artist's mother. To the right, a creative use of artificial intelligence.
In Hackett's case, he's looking at Black life kind of retrospectively and thinking about how artificial intelligence imagery, the words that he gives as prompts, can create these kind of nostalgic scenes that maybe African Americans would have wanted to experience but never got to.
If you want to check out Cooper Hewitt's Design Triennial Making Home, it's on display until August 10th. I'm Andrew Falzon for Arts in the City.